Hey guys, we have a really special video for you today, and it is all about stretching. We work out a lot, and that's great, and I post a lot of workout videos, and that's awesome, but it's really important that you take the time to stretch and lengthen your muscles. So this is going to be the perfect workout for you to go to whenever you feel like you really need to open up your body and stretch it out. You are going to need a block. If you don't have a block, it's fine. It's not a huge part of our stretch, but we will be using it. I would say grab a thick book or something that resembles a block. And if you have a Pilates ring or magic circle, grab that. If not, you're going to be using a towel, like a hand towel. It's just going to be wrapped around our foot for stretching it in different angles. For this stretch video, I am wearing the most fun unitard, if that's what you want to call it, or jumpsuit ever. It is so comfortable, and it's made by Jade. And the reason why I love it, I'm actually going to take off this shirt for it to show you guys, is it is really, really stretchy. It feels like it holds my body in all the right places. It's soft and it's breathable. I would probably not only wear this to work out, but I would probably wear it around town, and I could totally picture myself with some Converse sneakers, this outfit, sunglasses, and a hat, and maybe I would throw a shirt over it depending how I'm feeling. But this outfit is super versatile, it's super stretchy and soft, it's awesome. If you want your own Jade suit, check them out online, and I'm going to put a link down below that's going to give you 10% off your purchase. You just have to type in the word spring. Let's do this. All right, so we're going to start in the back of our mat, and you're just going to roll the body down. Take a breath, maybe wiggle the knees a little bit. And as you're doing this, find a nice stretch in the back of the legs, pushing your hips up to the sky. And now open up the legs to the sides and corners of your mat, and you're going to bend and exhale, press. Bend, inhale. Exhale, drive the tailbone to the sky, relax your neck. 2 more bend. Exhale, press. 1 more bend. And exhale, press. You're going to walk your hands out on your mat, and your feet are going to come in just a little so that they're hips width apart. You're going to press your hips up into a downward dog. Drive the heels down to the sky. Drive your hips up. Just feel the opening in the back of the legs, and then you're going to come back down into plank. 3 more like that. Press your hips up, scoop the belly in, open up the backs of the legs, and then lower down. Exhale as you press. And lower. And press. And lower. Give me 1 more. You're going to hold it in that position. Now you're going to start to wiggle the knees. Doing what feels good in your hips, dropping and pressing, twisting the hips around a little bit. And then you're going to walk your feet in toward your hands. Nice little itty bitty steps. Bend the knees slightly, relax the body, and roll up ever so slowly. Nice job. You're going to take a nice inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold the body down again. Take a big step out with the left leg. Take a big step out with the right leg. And hold your plank. You're again going to itty bitty walk your feet up to your hands. Bend your knees, roll your body up. Nice job. Take a nice inhale, both arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, fold the body down. Get a good stretch again. You're going to take a big step back with your right leg into your lunge. Back with your left leg, and then you're going to drop down into child's pose. So open up those knees, toes together. Let your hips fall down, and then reach your arms long. Maybe push the palms into the mat, then take a breath. Let's take you back onto all fours. Maybe your knees are a little bit less wide than the mat, and you're going to exhale, scoop that low belly and stretch out and open up your back. Inhale to release, opening up the stretch of the abs. Exhale to round. Inhale to release. One more time, exhale to round. Let's curl the toes under again. Push your butt up to the sky. Walk your hands back to your feet and roll the body up. Okay, so you're gonna grab your block or your book or whatever you have. And if you don't have anything that you think resembles the block, just do the same exercise. It's just gonna feel a little different. Just reach down for me. Okay, so one leg is bent, one leg is right next to the block. You're gonna roll the body down, and your goal is to keep this leg on the floor straight, and you also wanna straighten this leg on the block. Now you're gonna feel this stretch all through that left leg that's on the block. And as you straighten that left leg, you're gonna see, I'm gonna turn to my side to show you, that this hip, or this foot's gonna wanna come up. Your goal is to try to keep them both flat. And just kind of bend and press through that stretch, relaxing the neck. So if you don't have a block, you're literally just gonna kind of maybe wiggle your knees a little, get a nice hamstring stretch in there. Nice job, bend both knees, feet flat on the floor and on the block, roll the body up. Let's take it to the other side. So switch sides with your feet. Tuck your chin, lower the body down. Relax down. Both feet are flat. Now try to straighten that right leg that's on the block. Oh, I feel that stretch. Try to straighten, keeping both feet down, relaxing that neck. Hang out here for a minute and lower. A couple more times. Do what feels good. Maybe you can hold it there for a minute. I'm going to turn to my side so you actually see what I'm doing. One more time, press and stretch. Nice job, drop both feet and bend and roll up. Awesome job. Okay, now you're gonna just take that block away. Feet are gonna come together. You're gonna reach to one side, opening up that right side of your body. And then the other side. So kind of just take this as a nice movement. Another stretch. And one more time. Now take that hand, stretch that neck. Open up your right arm, stretching the right side of your neck. And then let's take it to the other side. Pull on one side of your head, lengthen through the other. And then interlace your fingers. Open up that chest, and maybe drop your neck, rock it side to side. Okay, we're gonna open up those hip flexors. So first we're gonna start standing. You're gonna take a step right and a step back, so front and back. You're gonna really push through that back leg, squaring out your hips and pressing through, squeezing that butt. So if this feels good to you, hold it here. You really wanna focus on that back leg being straight, that right leg, knee staying right over that ankle. If you wanna get a little deeper, you're gonna take your arms up to the sky, and you're gonna lean away from that straight leg, so I'll face you here. Lean away from that straight leg. And inhale up. Exhale, press away. And up. One more time, really lengthen through that back leg, reach away. Up and lift. Nice job, let's switch it to the other side. One leg is front, one leg is back, so try to square up the hips, reaching that back leg back behind you, keeping that knee right under, right above that ankle, really pushing. Inhale, arms up. Now reach and stretch away from that back leg. That should feel glorious. And inhale up. Exhale, reach away. And inhale up. One more time, exhale, reach away. And up. And press it to center. Nice job. Just roll the shoulders back. You're going to take it down to the mat and grab your towel or your Pilates ring. Okay, so you found your way down to your mat. And we're going to start actually with either a towel or your Pilates ring. So you're just going to wrap it around either leg, whatever feels good. Let's actually start with our left leg just because that's what I started with. So wrap it around your left leg, sit up nice and tall. Then one vertebrae at a time, you're going to slowly roll back and then just peel. Let me scoot a little bit more. Peel down, pulling that leg into your chest. So you're just going to take a couple breaths. You want to press that heel up to the sky, and you want to feel a good stretch in the back of your leg. Now when you're in this position, I want you to think of that left hip. And I want you to push it down to lengthen the left side of your body. So don't let that left leg creep up. Press it down and lengthen. Now keeping that left hip on the floor, I want you to slightly cross it over. Just a tiny bit, so you feel it a little bit more in the back of your leg. Now if your leg is bent, really try to push through it and push it straight. And you're going to bring it back to center, inhale. Exhale, cross it over again. Maybe pull it a little bit closer to your body. Inhale to release. And then exhale, cross it over, really lengthening through that muscle, opening up that IT band. Now take that same leg, bring it through center, and then reach it over to really open up through that inner thigh. Awesome, bring it back to center. And again, open up through that inner thigh, pressing through that heel, lengthening through that leg. Let's bring it back to center, grab onto the towel or onto your ring, tuck your chin, roll the body up, sit up nice and tall. You're gonna wrap it around your other foot. Lift that leg up, push through that heel, tuck and roll down ever so slightly, so slowly, and pull that leg. Take a couple breaths, relax your shoulders. Maybe you could do a couple bend presses if that helps you get a little bit deeper into your leg. And then pull it a little bit tighter to your body, lengthen through that right side of the body, pushing that hip down. Keeping your hip attached to the floor. Now this is important. I want you to keep it attached. I want you just to slightly bring your leg over. Look how tiny that was. And I already feel that stretch. So as long as you keep that hip attached, you slightly bring it over. And then keep pushing through that heel. Good. Inhale to center. Exhale to cross. Inhale to center. Exhale to cross. Bring it back to center. Pull it in a little bit more. And this time you're going to open your leg wide. Feel a good stretch in that inner thigh. And then bring it to center. Keeping that left hip down. Open up that right leg. Really feeling an opening in that right inner thigh. And back to center, grab onto the ring, roll your body up, and sit up nice and tall. If at any time during this stretch series something feels really good to you, my suggestion would be to keep stretching in that area and listen to your body. All right, we're gonna get our hips next. So again, roll back down, and you're gonna take your right ankle, cross it over your left knee, so you make like a figure 4 pretzel. Hey! You're gonna pull that left leg in, and while you're doing that, you're gonna take your right elbow and press it out on that right knee. So you're pulling and pressing and you're breathing. You should feel the nice stretch all through that right hip. Breathing is super, super important through this whole process. You wanna make sure that your body knows that it's good what you're doing. You wanna make sure it's relaxed, and the more you breathe, the deeper you can get into the muscles and the more relaxed your muscles will be. Inhale to release. Exhale, press and pull. Now if that feels good, you can keep it in that position. If you would like, I'm gonna have you take that leg all the way over, a little deeper, so you're almost like crossing your legs. Grab onto the area right above your ankles, and then pull the ankles in toward you. You'll get a little bit deeper of a stretch there. They call this a butterfly stretch. Now if you feel good here, you can keep it here. If you want to get a little deeper, you're going to hug your legs, roll the body up, get back into that same butterfly stretch. So cross the right leg over and left leg under. So ideally, you want to have your knees stacked and your hips both on the floor. If this is uncomfortable for you, again, take it back down to the mat, or you could actually take it into this position. So let's just take it here, and if this is good, if this is where you're at, you're gonna roll down a little bit, take breath, make sure both hips stay on the floor, and just kind of sit into this position for a little. Again, breathing, relaxing, trying to open up that right hip. If it feels good, again, pause the video and stay here as long as it feels good for you. We're gonna roll up and we're gonna take it to the other side. So we're gonna take our left leg into figure 4, crossing that left ankle over, pull your arms between your legs, pull the right leg in, press that left knee out with your left elbow. So it's like a pull and a press. And just breathe here. Inhale a little bit to release. Exhale to press. If you're a runner, your hips will get really, really tight. Also from sitting all day, our side glutes get nice and tight. So if this feels good, keep here. If you want to get a little deeper, I would say push that knee over. Ooh, I already feel it. Grab onto the area right above those ankles and pull the legs in, relaxing the shoulders. Inhale to release a little. Exhale to stretch, pull it in. 2 more, inhale to release. And exhale to stretch. Hug the legs into the chest, roll the body up. We're gonna cross our left leg. It's gonna look like my right leg to you just because it flips when it's on camera, but you're doing your left leg. Roll front, keeping the hips down, keeping the knees stacked. If this doesn't feel right, remember you can also just take one leg down and open up the hip. Release the body down, take a couple breaths here. This is the deepest you'll probably get into that hip. This hip is gonna wanna pop, make sure you press it down. Take breaths, release down. Inhale one more time. Maybe this time exhale, creep your fingers front. Nice job. You're gonna open up into your straddle. Now we never do this stretch, but it's so good. Really opens up those inner thighs. Let's just take a little crawl front. Now some of us will be able to get really far down if you're super flexible, and some of us seriously might not even be able to go past this point. I want you to think about getting that belly button down to the floor. So really think of pushing down through that belly button and releasing the body down. If you need to go on your forearms to start, that's fine. Think of pushing and opening up through that chest. You can creep a little further, creep and just kind of breathe. Now you're gonna crawl over to the right side, reach in the inner part of your right leg. Crawl back to center, and then crawl over to the left side. And then back to center, and then bring yourself up. You're gonna take your right arm down your right leg, reach that left arm over, stretch the side of your body, and then the other side stretch. This is just really nice movement, stretching, opening up the side of the body. And one more time. Nice job. Shake out the legs. The last thing we're going to do is open up our hip flexors and our quads. 2 of my favorites. Alright, so if you need to double your mat because you're going to put a little bit of pressure on your knees, you can. I'm going to do that now. And we're just going to take whatever leg you want, one front, one back. I'm starting with my left leg back and my right leg front. You're going to tuck your hip under, squeeze the butt, open up, and just give it a slight push. Automatically, you're going to be able to feel all through that front of your thigh. This is a super great exercise to do if you've been sitting all day, if you're on a plane, if you're at your desk in your office. You really want that open hip because when you're sitting, it's nice and closed. All right, let's reach up that arm, whatever is it, the same leg that's back, and then reach away from that leg. Inhale up, exhale, press. Inhale up, and exhale, press. You're going to take both hands to the tops of your thigh, curl your back to under, press that leg straight. If this is too much for you, just keep that leg down. You're going to hold it for 10, 9, really pushing through, squeezing that butt, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Nice job. Flex that front foot, lean forward, get a little action in the back of that leg. All right, time for the quad, a little deeper into the quad. Now this is hard. It really gets nice and deep. Again, if this exercise feels uncomfortable, this stretch feels uncomfortable, just hold your lunge. So you're gonna put, if your left leg is back, you're gonna put your left arm back. So it's gonna get a little tricky. You ready for it? You're gonna lift up that back leg. You're gonna take your right arm and cross it over and grab onto that back leg. So essentially, your right arm is grabbing onto the back leg. So opposite arm to foot, reach and stretch it. This is a super awesome stretch for your quad. And just hold it here. If you could bring your leg a little tighter, that's awesome. Heel to butt. And release. Nice job. Let's take it to the other side. So I'm putting my right leg down and my left leg up. Tucking my right butt under and then just giving it a good stretch. Breathing through that, making sure you're really squeezing that butt to open up the front of that thigh. Good release. Exhale, stretch. So the tightest part in me is my quads. My quads get super tight. So whenever I do that stretch, I feel a really, really good stretch. You're going to take your arm down and then curl the toes under, press the leg straight. Take both arms onto the tops of that thigh and breathe for 10, 9, 8, really push through that leg, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, drop it down. We forgot our stretches, so let's get back into that. Opening that right hip, reach that right arm, stretch. And inhale up. Exhale, stretch. Open up that side. And inhale up. One more time, stretch. Bring your arms down, legs down. Flex your foot and just kind of sit into that hip a little bit. Opening up the back of that leg. Ooh. My hammies are tight today. Lower back down. And we're going to get our quad. So I'm taking my right arm down this time. Lifting my right leg. Wrapping my left arm to grab onto my right leg. So it's opposite arm, opposite leg. This gets really tricky. If this feels uncomfortable, again, just take that lunge. That should be fine. Whew. The tighter you can get your heel to your butt, the deeper. But you also want to make sure that you're not up, because that's easy. You want to make sure, if that makes sense, that your hip is open and then you're pulling your quad over, because part of that quad muscle runs over that hip. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Slowly release down. You're going to curl your toes under again. Push your butt to the sky. Wiggle a little bit. Walk your hands back to your feet. Grab onto the elbows. Maybe rock side to side. Relax that neck. Bend your knees and press. Bend and press. Bend and slowly roll up. I bet my head is going to go off camera, and it's off. I'll come back down. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. This was your super important stretch video. If you felt like a point in your body needed more stretching, go back to that and just be mindful of maybe when you're doing your exercises, you focus a little bit more on stretching those parts. Another thing I think that would be really beneficial is stretching out your chest. So I didn't include this in the video just because I like to use a prop when I do it, but I like to put my hand on like a wall or a cabinet like this and just open up and kind of twist my body and pull away. So you feel a nice stretch, all through that bicep, all the way even down to your fingers. So you just take it down and open to stretch. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. And I also want you to let me know in the comments below, what was your tightest body part? Where did you feel most of the stretch? I can't wait to hear from you, and I will see you next week. Peace.